Hello everybody, welcome back. It's Angela here again, bringing you a little video project for you to try today. So I hope you're all up to it and feeling excited. I got a little ray of sunshine here this morning, so I thought it's time to do a little recording. So I have actually made a little mock-up of what we're going to do today, and then I'm going to take you through how we're going to make one ourselves together. So this is what it looks like. I made it from one sheet of paper, and then I've added all my ephemera to it. So I really like how this one's come together. And again, I was inspired by a piece of packaging. So the packaging was looked like this. I've trimmed off the top here. It was part of a cake, because you know I like cakes, and this was a Victoria sponge cake, I think, and lots of bad calories, but never mind. I quite like the shape of this window, and I thought I'd use that piece in our project today. All right, so let's get to it. So we've got a lovely piece on the front there. Again, this is a nice thin piece, so it can go for happy mail, it can go in your journal, it can go on its own, it can clip in, it can slide. I'm going to show you how I use it. All right, so that's the front, all those lovely bits there. We've got a little tag that slides in the back over there like that. I've just backed it onto some other recycled packaging or card or whatever you have, and then that opens up. We've got a little belly band over here with a little journal card where you can write on, so that was really easy to do. And then a little pocket on this side like that. So I've got two pieces of ephemera tucked in there, and then on the back we've got a little tuck spot here, and I have just taken one of my envelopes that come with my birds and bees kit. So this is from the add-on kit. I love that image. I've printed the lace paper on the back there. You can put whatever you want in there, photographs. It's a nice big size, and then that slides into the back here. All right, so not complicated, a lot easier than it looks. Now I want to show you how I'm going to put this into my journal signature. So this is the signature. I think that I was going to, yeah, it is. Right, so it was this signature here, and I went to this tea stain page. Now this tea stain page, just going to take that bit out for a moment. I took a sheet of tea stain paper. This is an A4, so it'll be slightly different. Yours is a 3/4 of an inch shorter than an A4. So I folded it 2 3/4 inches in like that. I've lace stenciling on the other side here with some lilac distress ink and the sage one, bundled sage. I'll show you when I do the other. All right, then I have taken the remainder. This is the fold line now for the signature, which goes there, and I'll put something on that side. Then what remains is a pocket, and the pocket, it's 5 inches from the fold line that you need there. All right, so that's the most important bit, 5 inches. So that might be 4 1/4 if you're using a US letter sheet of paper, but that's okay as long as this bit here is 5 inches. All right, then on this side of it, I've just put a little one of my pockets from my add-on kit. I've got in a piece of ephemera here, so that's fine. And the way I was doing this, I've stuck down there and there. Then this is the rest of my signature. Then what I've done is I'm taking this bit like that. I'm opening it up like this, without bits there. I'm tucking that in there like that. And I'm folding it down like that. All right, so now you've got a whole bit going on there, and it's nice and flat, as I say, and then that's going to be able to tuck in and fold like that into our signature when it's all sewn together. All right, so there you go. That's what we're going to do today, and I quite like that. I thought that would look great in any theme. A great place to store photographs. It's a nice little compact little tuck spot, hiding place for all sorts of bits and pieces with your envelopes and everything. So that's what we're going to do today, and I'm going to make one very similar but for the other signature. All right, so first things first, get your piece of paper. do what I said here. So it's 2 3/4 inches in centimeters. That is 7 centimeters. And then you want to make sure you've got the 5 inches from the fold line to there, and whatever remains, that's absolutely fine. All right, so that's the first bit that you want to do. All right, so I think that piece was in between here and the stripy page. Okay, so we're going to do the same here. Right, you could turn it around and do it on that side if you want, so you could do it like that. All right, I'm leaving it like this at the moment, just so it doesn't mess with my head with what I've planned. All right, but you could do it in reverse. Right, so I'm going to leave that over here for the moment. Right, then a couple of bits that you need for this project. First of all, I've got a sheet of paper. It's this sheet. You can use any sheet you like. On the back of this, I have printed this. You don't need to print on the underside, so you can always stick a strip of paper onto the sections that you see it show up. All right, so that's not a must, but there we go. I'm going to use this. This is the lilac check, and both of these are in the Birds and Bees journal pages. All right, so I'm going to put that over there. What I've done is I have trimmed this down. So let's start with the folds first of all, and I trimmed afterwards. Now, if memory serves me correctly, this is 7 inches. Yes, 7 inches, and I've trimmed the rest off. All right, so that's what we want there. And 7 inches, I was trying to work that out in centimeters, is just over 17.7 centimeters. Okay, I think I've trimmed this to, this is 11 3/4, as I say, but that doesn't matter too much. As I said, you can adjust this accordingly. Now, what you want to do is you want to fold this flap here. This is just over 1 3/4 inches that way. All right, and fold it over. So that's the first bit. If you've got your white strip, you will be able to stick that there. That's where our tuck spot's going to be. And then what you want to do, once you've folded that piece over, it doesn't matter what size paper you have, just take the remainder and fold that just short of half. So you've got like 1/16 extra there, like that. Okay, but if you matched it up, it would be fine as well. All right, so there we go. This bit then would measure, I think it's just over 5 inches. All right, now yours will be slightly narrower if it's the US letter size, but that's fine because your page is slightly narrower, so it's going to work perfectly. All right, just take that bit and fold it over in half. Right, so that's going to be the back, and that's going to be the front, and then when we open it up, it's going to look like that. We are going to stick something here, so you only need to stick a piece of paper there and a piece of paper there if you have a white single-sided print. Okay, this side I'm going to stick something on. Now, inspired by this piece here, I've just cut this off, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to open that up. Well, we can do it like this. Let's get those little clips, these little goodies, these small ones. And now I've cut this piece here. I'm going to use this as a template. All right, now I wanted to show you this because I do have one without the film in it, but I wanted to show you what you can do if you're wanting to make a window with something that does have a film in. All right, so that is going to be great. So I'm going to just move this to the top like that and position it where I want it. So then what you want to do is take a pin with a head like that. All right, I tried a needle first, that wasn't great. And then what I did was I actually pinned a little hole at the very top of the window where and just press it a little, make a little hole right through to your paper. Now you can't see that on your film, but it's going to give you the guidelines on how to cut out if you were covering this with the film in it. All right, so I just thought I'd share that, and I found it really helpful. Okay, so The reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to use this film from this packaging. I'm going to tear this off. So I'm going to, you see it's loose there. And this is what I did with the other one, very gently. If you've got packaging that has film on it, you can use it, and then you can use this for something else. You know, you can put lace in there like Linda did, or vellum, or anything else. So I'm getting making full use of this today. Right, so that's going to be my film from that packaging piece, and I've got the little holes of where I want to position it. Now, if you don't have a piece of packaging, you can create any size window you like and use anything for the window. It's just going to, you don't even have to have a window because we're going to put something behind there anyway. All right, so I'll stop talking. Now, I'm going to see my little, I know you won't be able to see this, but I can see the little holes created from the pins. So I'm just making them a little bit darker for my pencil. No, on the dots, there we go. And join those up. All right, so there we go. This is great to make a template for yourself. You could just cut out a square bit, any size you like, and just draw around it, or do what I did if you're wanting to cover something that has a film on it already. Okay, so I could have just stuck that in, but that's card, so it'd be quite thick. So I thought I would do it this way. Now the piece that I'm cutting out here, you can make into a little journal tag or card or whatever you choose to do. So nothing is lost here. And it was perfectly positioned for what I needed to do today. So here we go. So you see, you've got a little card that you can use and make that as a little tag. Okay, so we've got that all cut out. I'm going to now take my distress ink and just put a little bit of that along here. There we go. There we go. So there's that done. Just put that out the way. And then I had one of my journal pages from that kit as well. This is one, and then there was another image on the other side, which I used on the other piece. I'm going to cut this out. I have cut this out. And you can see that I have cut it just short of, don't worry about the birds, short of the edges there. So it's like 1/16 shorter than the actual frame size. And that's going to position that perfectly in there. But of course we need to put our film in first. All right, so let's do that. Now just check that your film is going to fit. Now it should do because we've measured. And that's perfect. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in sections. Just hold it there. I'm going to grab my art glitter glue, which luckily I have filled up. And I'm not going to go too close to the edge, guys, because with the glue, that is, it does tend to, you know, ooze out a bit. So all right, now I'm not worrying about the edges too much because I'm going to stick something over this. All right, so there we go. You got your little frame there. Now just make sure that you don't have any bits on it, because once you put on the next bit, then everything is sealed in. All right, so you've got that there. We're going to now put this bit on. All right, so again, I'm going to just check before I stick it down. You don't want it to get into the fold line here. All right, so let's just do the same. All right, so I'm going to put some glue here like that, and I'm going close to the edges here. All right, and that side like that. Okie dokes. Now just make sure, the first one I did, I didn't do a great job of getting this, and I wanted the narrow side on this side, so we want to make sure that we do have that right. It's probably easier to turn this over, so let's turn this over as well. So there we go, and then we can just get that where we want it. All right, so there I do, so thank goodness for that. Now if you're wanting to sew around anything, now is the time. So I'm going to do that quickly, and just to give it a little bit of extra decoration, but this step is not a must. I'm doing it before I go and stick my backing piece on. All right, so let me do that, and I'll see you back in a minute. Right, so you can see I've just sewn around there like that, and we have now sealed that in, and I'm going to now just go and put on the backing piece. Now this piece is going to serve as a pocket, so I decided to do it as a separate piece because that was going to be the bit that I'm sticking in. Now you could have made that, instead of sticking that down, you could have made it a journal card, but I thought I'd do something different for a change and try it this way. So we use a tag. All right, so this I'm going to stick down on the 3 sides. So this is the top, and I'm going to have the tag stick through the top here. So it's just the 3 sides you want to put your glue on. Hope you guys are all having fun with the A to Z of Christmas. Some beautiful projects coming through there today. Well, they're all beautiful, but yeah, and I definitely want to have a go at some of those for my upcoming new projects. So we will be starting with our new ones. On Friday, I'm going to put out a video on the autumn kit, and then I'm going to be having some extra videos as well, so just so that you can start gathering everything for your autumn kit, and then I'll do the Christmas one shortly afterwards as well. Right, so we've got a little pocket there like that. All right, and we've got this bit here, we have got this bit at the back. And what we want to do here is very simple. I'm going to make this a tuck spot, so just going to put a little bit of distress ink on there. Okay, so that's there. I'll come back to decorating here, and now I'm going to do a few things. Now this is one of the pockets from our add-on kit. It was just the green bit. I've stuck on a strip of this across there and used one of the circles that you get in the add-on kit and stuck it on there. All right, this is all folded down, ready to go. I'm going to stick that one over there. I just thought I'd get a few components sort of ready that are easy to explain, just so that we don't have a very long video of me sticking stuff down. All right, so yeah, you stick your yellow strip down first and then the other if you're not sure. Okay, so this then goes here. Have I got that straight? There we go. Okay, so there's a little pocket, really easy. Those pockets are easy to do. And then I've taken a strip of the birds and the bees lovely background paper, and I've just made it, that is 1 3/4 inches wide. And then I couldn't find my round circle dies. They're somewhere, and I haven't been able to find them for over 2 weeks. I don't know what I've done with them. So I took out one of my other ones and used one of those circle bits like this and stuck it on there. And I wanted to just pretty up the belly band a little bit. So I'm going to take this, position it where I want it, and I think it's going to be in between those 2 bees. Just need to make it a little bit straighter. I'm going to put on one of these clips here, and then just so that I know where not to glue, I'm just drawing those 2 lines there. Now I know that those are where I don't want to put on glue, so just a little tip so you don't get the glue smeared onto areas you don't want it. And then the belly band edges, these edges, stick to your page. All right, so I wanted it here in between there, and before I press it, I can now see exactly where I wanted it, this way. There we go. Right, so I haven't got any glue oozing out there now, which is great. Okay, so this is now ready just to stick down. I love all these soft colors together. I'm going to just put a bit of glue on the top there and here. I have folded this double just to give it strength. So this is on the outside of our pocket. Okay, so we've got that there. We've got our pocket, we've got our belly band, we've got our little window, and we've got our tuck spot. Now on the front here, let's finish off here. I've got a little bit of lace I'm going to stick on down there, and I've got some little die cuts here, just a yellow, green and the lavender. I'm going to just arrange these quickly, and it doesn't matter that they're going to go onto the window. We can actually do it on this side. Let's try it this side, it's better. And get that there like that, I think. And then a little bit of greenery like that. So let's get that done. Okay, so we've got those stuck down, and I'm going to put a little bit of lace just over the edge there like that, just to pretty that up a little bit. So I'm going to just use my Fabri-Tac. All right, and then I'm going to just get my lace down. Oh, I am feeling very festive at the moment, very much in the festive spirit. Must be all the projects going on with the A to Z and Christmas kits, and been working on my mini kit, which should be posted very in the coming days, so look out for that. So yeah, I am definitely feeling very festive at the moment, and I even bought a reindeer dish. So yeah, having lots of fun this year, and I haven't felt so as festive as this for a few years actually, if I'm honest. So I'm very happy to be feeling in the spirit. Right, 2 paper flowers here, little button, I've sewn them on. I'm going to just take that and finish that off over there, so that's that bit. So really coming together now. Just get some fabric glue. These are just paper flowers. I'll just hold that down there, and then we haven't got much more to do here, so it's going to come together really nicely now. Oops. Okay, and then what else do I want to do? I've got, that's pretty much done there, and then on the back here I just wanted to put a couple of goodies. Now you can put a strip of paper here. Should we do that? Grab a strip of paper. Let me grab that quickly. Okay, so I just cut myself a strip of paper. If you've got punches, paper punches, you could cut out a nice decorative edge, or if you've got those crochet dies from Tim Holtz, you could use those as well. I'm just going to use a plain strip though and sort of move it over to the edge there. So let's do that. Just a nice little bit of interest, and we can easily get that down. Yep. All right, this is coming to an end, this journal, and as I said, we'll be starting on our new, or I'll be doing both of the Christmas and the autumn ones with different videos, so you'll be seeing some extra videos from me. Got the sentiment, the key to life is happiness. Yes, and happiness is an inside job, ladies. It comes from within, and I think it takes most of us a long time to realize that. Okay, so I'm going to just stick this over here like that, and then 2 little die cuts here. I'm going to just arrange those here ever so quickly. All right, so there we go. We've got those flowers nicely stuck down. We've got a little sentiment. We've got a tuck spot there. We've got everything ready to go in. I'm going to add in some of our ephemera quickly. So I did a big tag with a robin and stuck on that little bit there and the birds and the bee sentiment, and I'm going to stick that into the top here. So that's going to go into the pocket we made at the back here like that. All right, and then a couple of bits here. I've got that little postcard from the kit and this little envelope, which I thought I'd put on the top here. And I'm going to stick that into that belly band just over there like that. And then over here, I've got 2 pieces, again from that kit. And I thought those would be perfect just to go into that pocket over there like that. All right, so we've got everything filled up there. And this side, I took one of my mini pages, just cut out that bit from the mini pages in the journal kit. I've backed it onto tea stained paper and just sewed around it, and I'm going to just put that in there like that. And of course you could add so many bits inside here, so that's nice and thin. All right, now all we want to do is finish off our tea stained bit to house that. So let me just open this up again, and it was this bit over here. I'm going to just remove that quickly. And this is the joy of having the pages loose when you're crafting, isn't it? I find, I mean, you can sew them all in and then do it, but things like this, I definitely prefer to have them loose. Right, I've got my stencil. This is a thinner bar one. Details on my Amazon lists for anything that I use, guys. I'm using my little makeup brushes, not that it's ever been a makeup brush, but they were cheap, and you know, rather than when you buy them as craft brushes. I'm going to use 2 inks now, the bundled sage and the milled lavender. So I'm going to do one at a time. Let's start with the milled lavender, I think, and I'm going to just get this to the edge of my page, and then randomly, let's put this side. I'm just putting some distress ink all over it. And you can always check when you hold it how dark you want it, you know, so there's that. And I'm going to move this over again. I want to get some more of it further down here. So there's no, I don't have a method for this. I just leave certain bits open and other bits not. So that's my way of tackling that. All right, and then I'm going to change. And now we will just put a little bit of green on the bundled sage side. So I'm just looking, just want little bits. This one works a lot darker, comes out a lot darker, I should say. So, you know, you want to just be mindful of that. Just looking where I've got and where I don't. Okay, there we go, enough of that. Right, we just prettied up that page a little bit there. Seats creaking. All right, so that's going to go on the other side of the signature. This is the bit here. We're going to see that bit there. We're going to put on our little pocket over here. So let's do that. Right, so I've got this little pocket. It comes from my add-on kit, and I'm not going to do anything other because it's got a lovely collage on there. I'm going to stick that down just like that. Right, so I've folded those bits up. And we're going to just put some glue. This is really easy when they're like this. And you can cut these out of scrappy bits and have them on hand if you use one of these as a template. You know, there's lots of ways to make pockets. I think I need to revisit pockets again as a tutorial soon. Right, so we've got that there. All right, so we've got all of that done. That looks great. And we're ready to put in our bits and pieces in there. I'm happy with that. Then this bit is going to house what we had before. And again, I'm going to cut a piece of paper. So I'm just taking a piece of this. And I'm going to just cut a strip here. It's about a ½ an inch, there or thereabouts. So we just want to do that, and I usually just run my ink over that like that. very lightly. So whatever ink is on here, I'm not one for dark inking, if I'm honest. I like the subtle look, and that's probably why I go with the oxides, because it comes up a lot lighter, and that sort of suits me. I think I'm going to have to cut off a piece, so I haven't quite gone to the end there. So this is just using like bits, and you could use scraps to do this as well. Always good to keep these sort of scrappy bits, you know, for this kind of page printing and all sorts. So I'll just take the extra off there, and we can stick this down now. So let's just hope that I've got that straight. I think so. All right, now we're going to put a few little bits on here, so hang on a sec, I'll just grab those. All right, so I've just stuck down 3 little die cuts there again. I'm going to use one of these little sentiments. For bees, the flower is the fountain of life, and for flowers, the bee is the messenger of love. Isn't that amazing? And I'm going to just stick that down at the bottom here like that. And that'll be it for this little project today. So we can just put this all together now and enjoy. Gosh, I nearly stuck that upside down. That would have been a calamity. Right. Okay, there we go. Right, everybody. I think what I need to do is just stick down this here. So you want to just get some glue on this flap there and there. That's it. So let's just stick that down nicely, and this one here. Okay, that is that. Right, we are done. Lots went on here today, didn't it? Okay, so this little bit now is able to go into this nice and full signature. All right, so we're going to have it on this side here, and then the rest of that signature will go through there like that. And then on this side we've got our pocket. I've got 2 little cards, so again I've just added a tab to this one from the kit. Love that one. And then this little one with the dragonfly and the butterfly, beautiful, over there like that. I think I'm going to put this one behind. And then we've got our little pocket over there, which I love. And we can now put in our little insert. So we've got that over there. We're going to slide it into this bit here. Like that. Yeah. And slide it down like that. And there we have the fold line over there like that. All right, so that's just fold over like this, and it all closes, and look how chunky that is. Gotta love it, eh? Right, so there we go. That's our little project for today. It's just housed in there, and then we have the other one that I showed you earlier, which is also housed over here, if I can get it. All right, so there we go. That was the 2. I think those 2 were on the same sheet for today. Okay, everybody, I just want to thank you so much for following along with me today. I hope you have fun with this. It's a really nice one, and I love making up one-page projects. Now, these can work in any kit, as I say, so go and have some fun. Any theme will do, and I think we'll have to make one for the Christmas kits, and maybe even the autumn one. All right, so look out for Friday's video. I'm going to show you what you need to use for gather together for autumn, and then that will be followed along sometime soon with Christmas.